Well guys, that's what it took. I just had to bitch about it for 3 months and now it's perfection. The forecast is perfection. It's a beautiful day to get stuff done. It's 11:43, we're headed to the shop. Garage door got fixed this morning. Guy came by and fixed it in about 20 minutes. Needed a realignment of, I don't know. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about when it comes to garage doors. He tightened the springs, realigned the track, something like that. It was out of balance. So we sold some A-pillars today and some stupid stuff. Cup holder and a third brake light socket. So I gotta go get those on the road. Got a guy coming by to pick up a sunshade. I think Alex is coming up. We may continue work on the seats to fix the seat twist. What else? I'm going to list some seats. I have too many seats. They're big, they're heavy, they take up a lot of floor space. So I think I'm going to tap the second Facebook market, E39 Parts for Sale USA. See if we can move those puppies. Oh, mama. It's an Imola Red ZHP E46. I want it. Hey, another absolutely crazy day of running all day and then kind of just breaking even. And I did sell a bunch of stuff today and I just shipped an item at FedEx and I was at USPS earlier. Got a lot done, but this is like day 10 of just wanting to post about seats and there's no time to do it. And I know it sounds dumb, but the seats have taken over my spare office. So they really need to go, but I just don't have the time to post them. So today, Alex and I photographed them. Hopefully tomorrow morning, I'll be able to do a post on it. And then when I get up there, that will be what I do during the day, is talk to people about pickup and condition, and I'm not shipping seats. They are pickup only. Anyways, that's where we are with that. I was driving by BMW Escondido this morning and a bunch of banners caught my eye. Black banner says welcome to M-Town, and it's the whole M-Town campaign. Well, I've seen them talk about that on their YouTube channel for sure, maybe Instagram. It's like a marketing campaign about this town where everybody drives an M car. Sounds like Hudson 3 years ago. Well, one of the guys that came by today, John, got a beautiful Lamont blue M5 by to pick up a sunshade. He said he was just down there at the dealer for that. And they are doing test drives. Now, if you didn't sign up early, you get on the wait list, but he said the wait list was very short and you can drive whatever they brought. So they had an M4, an M2 competition, an M850i, an X3 M40i, LMNOP, QRS, TUV, and then they had a F90 M5 in there, which caught my eye. That's the only M5 I haven't driven since the E39. I've never driven an E34 or an E28. Driven one F10, couple E60s, and a shit ton of E39s. And I'm actually, this is funny, I'm catching up to the M4 today that they were driving. It's that beautiful blue. All these cars have New Jersey plates on them because it's a campaign put on by BMW North America, which is in Woodcliff Lakes, New Jersey. Anyways, I signed up to drive the M5. I did that. The F90, it's a little different than the F10. It actually feels a little bit smaller and lighter, which I liked. It has the ZF 8-speed transmission out of, I believe, the Ford Taurus, Buick Regal. Who else uses that? Pretty much everything uses that now. It's a disappointing transmission in the way that it's just so numb and boring. It's the world's best automatic, by far. It shifts on a dime. They're nice, smooth, crisp shifts. Yes, you can control them by pulling a paddle, but you have no control over the kind of shift it is. But you do in the F90 because there's these little 1, 2, and 3 level thing like the F10. I played with it. I didn't really feel a difference. I also wasn't driving the car super hard because it's not my $130,000 car. Otherwise, it's the same engine. Supposedly, it's more powerful. I didn't really feel that. I did get into it a couple of times. I mean, it's fast in a way that's like, oh, that was pretty quick. And you look down, you're going 80 in a 35. It doesn't feel as fast as it is. Whereas I've driven some cars that aren't that fast, but they feel really fast, and that's kind of fun sometimes. The sound I have to talk about. They sound, and this is true of all modern BMWs now, they sound horrible. They have these horrible snaps and crackles and pops and just at every single gear shift. And then you take your foot off the gas while you're coasting and it just sounds like marbles in a can down an escalator. I don't know why they're doing that, but people must like it. To me, it sounds like there's just a valve that broke off in one of the cylinders, and it's floating around and colliding with the piston. It's bad. All of them have that. The rest of the F90 interior, it's higher quality than it looks. I don't like the gloss black. I think once you wipe dust off it twice, it's going to be scratched to shit. Plus it always shows any little hair or dust particle that's on it, and that's super annoying. So the leather's great, the seat's great, steering wheel's a little funky. Obviously it's a BMW M5, it's a really nice car. Personally, I do think I'd prefer the F10. Even in a dual clutch, I don't love the dual clutch, but at least it kind of feels like a manual, or at least it feels like they tried to make it feel like a manual. The ZF is not that case. The F10 sounds better. I like that it's rear wheel drive and not all wheel drive. And I personally prefer the styling of the front end on the F10 better. The F90, I like the rear end a lot, but I also like the F10 rear end. M2 competition was small, fast. It's an S55 car. Arguably the worst exhaust note of any engine available today, in my opinion. Really tight, thing turns on a dime. You can be going 60 and move the wheel, and there's no float, the car just goes, which is really cool. And then the 850, the M850i, I expected that to feel much more like a sports car than it did. It was very, very soft. Steering it was totally electric, way over assisted, gave no response. Really quiet, mushy throttle, even in Sport Plus mode. When you do jump on it, it makes that same gunfire, farty sound that all the other BMWs make, and it is super fast if you push it. Otherwise, it's a beautiful convertible to drive up and down the PCH with the sun and wind in your hair. That's what it's for. Another thing with all of these new BMWs, they've adopted the Honda brakes. So the brake pedal is now it's a toggle switch. They're either on or they're off. There's no middle ground of let's just kind of slow down smoothly. No, you're either locking them up or you're not stopping, which I don't like because that's a lot less control. I got back in my car and it's like, wow, do I even have brakes? Because you have to use the pedal. You have to push on it a little bit, and you have infinite variability for how much braking power you want on the older BMWs, which I liked. I thought it gave you a lot more power and control over the car to be able to tell it how much you wanted it to slow down. Anyways, they're awesome. They're not for me. I had a lot of fun. It was a good opportunity. I do like the F90 M5. I would buy one if I had money out the ass. I do not have money out the ass, and there's a lot more cars that I would rather have for even half that money. So, sorry for the long talk, but I thought I would get it out here.
Sing about this way. Don't speed in my name. In the club on a late night, feeling back, looking, trying to start something real. Not seeing that, looking for a little story. Notice I can take you on. She can be 18 with an attitude, 19 got a sign of acting real rude. But as long as you would think it, girl, you know it's on.